Hello and welcome to the second in our series of 3 webinars for Get Artisan. In this second webinar we're going to be looking at this question of missions. What is your mission statement? Why are we doing this? This is part of the pre-course work for attendees who are going to be joining us for the 2-day Get Artisan Business Development Workshop for mediators, collaborative practitioners and dispute resolution professionals. These webinars will also work as a standalone exercise, however, and you can go to lulu.com and order the Get Artisan sampler, which will contain just these 3 modules. So the notes dealing with these 3 modules, vision, mission and goal, so that you can work through and start to go about designing the mediation business that you really want to support your work and, of course, yourself and your family. So let's have a look at this question of mission. What is our mission statement? What is it that we are trying to achieve within our work? In our previous webinar we looked at value, so go back and have a look at that if you haven't done it. In this one we're going to be looking at what is it that we are trying to do. When I turned 40, I was excited because I found that I didn't have that sense of despondency of alarm, but rather I had a startling clarity about just what that my work in the second part of my career was going to mean, what it was going to look like. And that mission, as it strikes me, looked something like this. I knew that when I reached 65, first of all, that I wanted to retire at that age, and that I wanted to be able to look back and be able to discern just who I had helped, who I had touched, who I had spoken to, and how I had helped them to deal with conflict in different ways. So that was my whole thing, to challenge the way that conflict impacts families and communities, not just locally, but right around the world. And so following from that mission, that then evolved into serving both the professionals within the field, that's people like yourself, so that they were better equipped to sustain the work that they do and to go deeper into their resolution work. And also, of course, to be doing some of the substantive stuff as well, whether with families and organizations. And that becomes the yardstick, that becomes the margin down the as yet unwritten pages of my life book. And so when opportunities present themselves to me, as they do, then I'm able to check them, I'm able to measure and calibrate them against that idea and that mission statement. Does this fit? Is this what I perceive my mission is all about, or is it something else? Very often we find ourselves drifting and taking up any opportunities. We end up taking opportunities that other people would push upon us. Remember, if you haven't set out what your mission statement is, if you haven't defined yourself and who you are and what you are about, then other people will be very happy to do that for you. You've got to watch out for that. So how might we go about working out your mission statement? Remember, this webinar, the second of 3 elements of pre-course work. So the reason why we put this as pre-course work instead of doing it on the 2-day Get Artisan Business Development Workshop is because you need to take time on it, and within a workshop setting sometimes we haven't got that time, we can be a bit rushed. What I would suggest you do therefore in this exercise is it's a 3-part exercise. First of all, I want you to think of somebody within your professional field, somebody who you greatly admire. Now this might be an author, it might be someone who is working on the national or the international stage, or it might be a local peer, a local colleague or even competitor. And ask yourself, first of all, who are they? Write their name down. And then ask yourself this, what is it that they do that you admire? What is it that they do that you look up to and that you really appreciate? Ask yourself who they're doing it with. And ask yourself this, what is it about them, about their business, and about their lifestyle that you find attractive? Now, for the next exercise, I want to bring this much closer to home. So we're going to start looking internally here. I want you to think about 2 or 3 situations in the last few months where you've been doing work that you have just felt completely alive with, work which has really filled you with excitement. I hope that you have got examples in the last few months. If you haven't, then you're going to have to look forward. What kind of situations would really bring you to life? And again, ask those similar questions. What is it that you're doing at those moments when you're feeling so alive? What are the tasks that you're doing? Who are you with? So who are you in the room, or who are you in this situation with? You might be on your own, of course, and that's absolutely fine. Where are you? What is it you're doing? How are you doing it? What are you feeling? So what are those senses that you're getting which are bringing you bringing you to life so much? If we are able to identify these kind of scenarios, then they serve as a really good indicator for the kind of stuff that you could well spend the rest of your working life doing. And that'd be a good one to spend our working life doing stuff that we really enjoy, which is in service to other people, so other people benefit from, and doing it in a way which is sustainable, which means, let's not forget, that we get paid to do it. So once we've done those exercises, looking at other people who we admire and the work that they do, and looking internally as well, so looking for situations where we have done work which we are just overjoyed with, let's try to distill from those elements what your mission statement might be. I would want to do this kind of thing. Think about your retirement and looking back. Think about the things that you would have liked to have achieved. Look back at the previous webinar and the values that you've written down, and also consider this, the things that you would have liked to have been, the things that you would have liked to become. These will become guiding lights, the margins on your own as yet unwritten life book, and your business and your work and your brilliant dispute resolution career that still lies ahead. Don't forget, you can get the Get Artisan book. This is a full copy with 8 modules of business development exercises, almost 100 pages, or you can go to lulu.com or getartisan.biz and get that book, or the sampler, which has just got these 3 elements at a low cost entry point: vision, mission, and goals for building your mediation and collaborative practice. We look forward to meeting you on one of our forthcoming 2-day business development workshops. Thank you very much.